Okay. Let me get some things situated here. I was going to go live. What was it like? 2 days ago? 1 day ago? It wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. I was going to go live and continue some of the game, but decided not to. I have a day off today, so decided to start fixing some things of the game around 2 a.m. this morning, and I've been at it since. Let's see, I'm trying to get back to my YouTube thing, and it's just not happy right now. There you go. So, what are the changes? I refactored a lot of how some things are rendered. I redid the chunk system 4 times. Uh, I added an FPS counter. I added a way to render text as well as holograms. If I could get this to work. I fixed window sizing as well. And now chunks do not render inside of each other. So, yeah, that's really awful for YouTube, I know. I learned something. And I didn't realize it was a possibility, but it is. So, when I was messing around, mind you, I had, I think, 6 chunks, and out of 6 chunks, there were only 6 blocks. And I wanted to know why the game was running so poorly on it. So I added a way to display text to a player. So I added a HUD, I added a way to render text, and I added an FPS counter. Turns out I was only getting 11 FPS, and I was confused. So I decided to take a look at the internals of the game, so like the main game loop, and I thought, huh. I remember watching a stream of Notch reducing the amount of loops, like the time that takes to actually draw a frame. And I thought, I wonder if the game is writing too many frames a second. So I did like 30 game ticks. I implemented game ticks, so 30 game ticks a minute or a second. And all of a sudden, I've got more than 11 FPS. Sometimes it bounces to like 40, 27. There's a little bit of flickering. Interesting. There is flickering. But anyways, I did fix the chunk system. So the chunk system isn't as laggy. I know the YouTube overlay isn't doing much because it's not happy with the bitrate. But other than that, everything should be fixed now. What are... So, ticks per second. Let's put that to 25. And I want to target 60 FPS. And there we go. The game runs so much better. I still gotta do some changes to the chuck system, but it's definitely an improvement. Now, what if I was to set the TPS to 120? Target FPS is 120. Does that affect the FPS still? Yes, it does. Okay. Now the game is running too fast. Yeah, the game is running way too fast. What if I was to put this back at 30 now? Okay. So check generation is still a bit laggy. But also ticks are not right. Yeah, it's not good. I don't get why the game ticks are affecting the TPS or the FPS, sorry, not TPS. Duh. That's weird. I gotta think. In between ticks. I gotta think on this. Because I think I have the TPS and the FPS backwards. That's what I think. Okay. If I could find where it all went. Okay, so it all goes there. Thank you. I got an idea. Back type. What's this word? Oh. This should happen Oh boy. Okay. This should happen after the render. Render the game as fast as possible. Update game logic as a fixed rate. Okay, so I have this backwards. Okay. Let's try that. No, what the fuck? Hello, K2. Whoa, hold up. Yeah, okay. Okay, so game logic has to happen after this is called. And the issue is, it's like, it's supposed to be separate, but it can't be separate. So there's a bit of an issue on that. Okay, so it just puts the thread to sleep. Okay. Okay. There is a race condition, and I don't like this. What I mean by race condition is these two checks are trying to complete before each other. And that's not supposed to happen. That can't be happening. Render has to win the race. Time between ticks compared to frames. Render the game as fast as possible. Let me check. What if I change this to 30 and this to 60? I'm pretty sure that it should draw. No, it doesn't. That's weird. Okay. How about this? Let's just move this in here. Render the game as fast as possible. But after it renders the frame, it'll then try and update the game logic. There's caveats to it either way, so. Okay, that's not gonna work either. Damn it. Let me fix this back. FPS is 30. I think I know what my issue is. I'm pretty sure I know what my issue is. Yeah, I think I know what it is. Okay. So this is still game logic. It's still game logic. So what if I was to move that into this? No. So logic has to be outside. Let me check the render. That's not what I want. GL clear. Swap type. No. Well, hold on. Why is it not rendering? I think I messed something up. Hang on, let me turn this heater off. It's way too hot right now. Yeah. So let me undo some of this. Now change this to an F. Now it's back to 11. So the game's running too fast. So I want the FPS to be 60, but I want the game ticks to be 30. Time between ticks. Accumulator is equal to the frame time. That's not right. It's not right at all. Okay. Accumulator 0. I see what's going on. Don't need to tick time. Equals +1. Is greater than Ooh. Yeah. What? What's going on here? Maybe it's just this. Yes. Yes, it is. No. No, it's not either. What the fuck? Is it because I'm swapping buffers when I shouldn't be? Uh, well, that's not right. Okay. Yeah, something's definitely wrong here. Okay. I'm dumb, no wonder. Okay, ticks per second is how many game updates there are per second. FPS needs to happen every second. So, if 30 game ticks are happening, I see. My math is just not mathing. I somehow managed to combine the frames and the game ticks, which I think it's just because of how I wrote it, which is unfortunate. And I don't know if there's an easy way to fix it. I really hope there is. If not, I'm gonna get stuck with 11 FPS, which isn't very nice. Player.update. It updates the player's controller, it updates the HUD. Maybe I should update the HUD. It wouldn't make sense, but yeah. Because the HUD is still part of it drawing shit. Okay. So the HUD should be updated separately, is what I'm hearing. Ah, shit. Okay. So that's not gonna work. Update. I gotta draw the HUD separately. But it's still not very good. And I don't get why. Am I updating things that shouldn't be done? Update chunks. Is chunks updating player? No, it's not. Is controller updating anything? Not really. So really it's just the HUD that needs to be drawn. Okay, so I'm just mixing things up. That still doesn't explain what's going on with the game TPS. Frame time is greater than time. Okay. Where is this at? I see. So this whole thing is wrong. It is adding 30 seconds to draw a frame. That's not what I wanted. Maybe I'm just doing this backwards. Frame time is less than that to draw the frame. That is a solid 10 frames, my guy. What the fuck? Or I just do 30. Nothing at all. I gotta think on this. Because I know this isn't right. This can't be right. Yeah, it's not. This is nowhere close to being right. Current time, last update time. One dot three, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's just counting up, which is not right. And it's still just adding up. Okay, so this whole math for the base just isn't right. Time between frames. Okay. I don't think. Oh, wait. Okay, so I don't need any of that. I need ticks. That needs to be moved out to here. Equals 0. This is not right at all. If ticks is greater than or time between ticks. Because it's putting it to 1. That's why. Zero ticks are happening. 0. Oh, well, it might help if I put that lower. You know what? Fuck this. Get rid of this. Yes. Goes 0. Yes. If I could stop typing TPS, it would be nice. Okay. Yes. 0. I don't need that. I don't need to make it sleep. Does that do anything different? Hopefully. Well, it's now counting correctly, which is a plus. But I want it per second. So it takes this less than, and if FPS is less than. Here, it's equal 0. It's weird. And it's just because the game's running too fast. I guess I have to do a sleep thing. Sleep. Catch. I have no clue. What is that? Milliseconds. We're gonna do 100 milliseconds. Uh, I'll do 1,000. Just cannot get this damn thing to work right. Let me just undo this. Oop, too far. Okay. Make sure everything is working. No, everything is not working. Oh, because I removed that. Yeah, I dot day, which is why. I'll get there eventually, maybe. Maybe I shouldn't be worried about FPS and just worry about game updates. That is, for some reason, significantly worse. Nothing changed. No. Okay. I'm going to just undo everything. That should be good. Yeah, this is a terrible way to do it, but I need to know if this game loop is just happening too much. Okay, yeah, that's just not good. Okay. Wow. It's like that. Yeah, no one should be doing this. Ever. No one should ever be doing this. Okay. Hello, Grimace. I am breaking things significantly. I wonder if there is a way to cap the FPS or the game updates. Let me take a look at the docs. Okay. Uh, this is brutal. Trying to figure out how the fuck this works. Because I don't need lab. If current time minus last time, update time. There really isn't an easy way to do this. Which is kind of bullshit, but let's take this. Okay. I don't see. This is so fucking annoying. Is there a sleep function? There's not. So it is now plus. Yes. Minus. I don't know why it's doing this multiple times. I don't get what this is supposed to do, but it says to do it, so we're doing it. Target is 30. Oh, it's sleep zeros. What is sleep zero? I don't know. What? Try and catch. That is significantly worse. Shit, that's slower. These docks suck. These docks make no fucking sense. Taking a 1 and dividing it by 50, that's 50 FPS. When we enable VSync, we are synchronizing to the refresh rate of the video card, which at the end will result in a constant frame rate. Then why didn't you just fucking say that? Why am I doing all this if I could just enable that? Because it doesn't really do anything. Okay. Oh, this is so frustrating. I'm about to go to the original method and say fuck it. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to the original method and just say fuck it. Well, now it doesn't want to work at all. Hang on, now I'm confused. Looks like it's running faster. I really need to implement a way to close that. That's starting to piss me off. Uh, I don't get this because now it's not wanting to do it right. Maybe it was because I moved all this into there. Well, I ended up moving everything down, but I don't get it. I do not get it. I don't get it at all. And it's just locked at 10 FPS. I'm not generating chunks still, am I? No. I do not understand this. I don't understand this at all. Because it's the exact same fucking code that I just had. The only difference is I don't have this enabled. That's the only difference. That I draw the HUD. What? What? So if I get the HUD to then draw it, it's so fucking laggy. What the fuck? So I need someone to help me understand this. I'm just getting an already determined instance, an already defined instance. Oh, what the fuck? I don't get that. I don't get that at all. So if I get the HUD and then call update, it gets very laggy. So if I just remove this, I get the HUD, I update it, I draw it with the renderer like in practice it should be. It's just really fucking laggy. If I call it before player update, if I call it before player update, what? Do I need to? Am I just losing my mind? I think I'm losing my mind. Fuck it. Just fuck it. I guess I will update the HUD with the play. Oh, why the fuck was I? Because I was trying to draw it separately. Okay. Yeah, I understand now. You should update the player, which should in return update the HUD and the FPS. I'm just retarded. What if I remove this down here? So I update the game before it's rendering. Then it's back to not only 10 FPS, but it's really laggy. What if I do it after it's finished drawing. Okay. I have to do it right after I call render. Unless I could do it before render. No, I have to do it after. This is so confusing. I don't get how the placement of this fucks everything up. I don't know. And if I was to just remove this, it's just back to 10 fucking FPS. What if I do an if statement? It probably won't draw then. Oh, it draws, it's just still really awful. Okay. Okay, I don't know, but it likes it that way, so we're just gonna leave it that way. I hate that it's like that, but it is what it is. What the fuck ever. Now I'm just going to rip out what the fuck I don't need. TPS? No, that is now going to be frames. I can remove that, remove that. So now it's hopefully more accurate. Can I get 300 FPS now? Yes, I can. Oh my god. Now it's really drawing fast. Okay. So the gameplay is basically like it was on the 360 games. I'm starting to understand something. Okay. For my final test before I stop fucking with this. What's 1000 FPS like? Oh my god. Ooh, I think I crashed it. I'm generating too many chunks. Okay. Well, now I know. I'll lock the game to 60 FPS. Because I don't know what else to do. I'm worried that the FPS counter is inaccurate. That's what I'm worried about. There's no way that FPS is accurate. I think I'm force writing it. What's 1 FPS a second like? Yes. And it's not like it really is 1 FPS because I can still move around like normal. So it's still drawing at whatever FPS it's actually at. So I think my FPS counter's off. So we'll just lock it to 30 for now. Because I'm pretty sure it's off. Problematic. Well, it definitely runs like a game now. What is it like with innate thing render distance? What are chunks at? So chunks are still at an 8x8. Okay. So it's safe to say that FPS counter is not accurate. Lovely. Not accurate at all. I'll just put it to 3. 3 or 4. Seems to run a lot better with just 3. Yeah. Well, I'll put it to 4. I'll leave it at 4. I'll figure something out about that later. I need to make sure it's not showing anything. Okay. So I've got dynamic chunk generation. The chunks load and unload. I don't think chunks are added if they're not visible now. I do not have a chunk system or a GUI system because I still need to work on that. I need to make a lighting engine. And I really need to make a chunk manager instead of just calling everything for the world. Because for world, I should just be able to call get chunk manager, and then from the chunk manager, I get like chunks and stuff like that. Chunk generation should be based around the player, which is true. It does. Should only load if player can see it. I already scrubbed that. So I tried to make it so if a player couldn't see a face on a block, it doesn't render. So like if you're looking straight forward, the faces on the blocks behind you don't render. But it was too janky. Because you could be moving one way, like into a corner, and all of a sudden everything started unloading in front of you, which didn't make any sense. So, and it also didn't help with performance either. But anyways. Yes, yes, I am starved. And I did get some more shaders to start working finally. So I can correctly get custom shaders, which is nice. It's another thing I need to add. I guess I'm trying to figure out how I want to do the GUI system. I want to have the GUI system somewhat dynamic, but I don't want to give like full reign of being able to create like custom slot inventories. So like Minecraft is locked to like a row and 9 basically. One row has like 9 slots. I'm still thinking on it though. To be determined. How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for an hour and 18 minutes, about to be 19. I have been working on this too long already. Okay. I think I shall leave off right here for right now. I'm going to go eat, and I gotta do some other things today. So, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next live stream.